Classic album Thriller, and that is Billie Jean, of course. Now that is one of the songs which people will be humming as they go and take a look at an auction that's going to be on in Los Angeles in California, 22nd to 25th of April, and it's being put together by Juliens Auctions, the personal property of Michael Jackson. Delighted to welcome Martin Nolan, an Irishman from Juliens Auctions, into studio. You were here in 2007 before,
yes,
Mark.
Yes, I was, and it's great to be back.
And it was kind of a general rock and roll memorabilia that you had the last time.
That's exactly. That's what we do. We do memorabilia auctions, but we're the auction house to the stars.
Right. Okay. Auction house to the stars. Now this one is all the contracts are signed and all that, right? Between Michael Jackson, his management, and all that.
Absolutely.
But there were reports though that Michael was having second or third or fourth or fifth thoughts about this, and that he kind of wanted his stuff back, and there was a bit of to and fro going on. So what is the situation? It's all going ahead, because I mean there's a huge, massive 5-booklet catalogue and everything
at enormous expense, all to Juliens Auctions, let me add. But yes, the auction is going ahead, April 22nd to the 25th, right. And yeah, I mean there is stuff in the courts, and we have our legal team trying to resolve it. We don't really understand or know what it's about. We've been very reasonable giving stuff back to Michael, because essentially we're selling what was abandoned property, if you will, because he just left everything on Neverland, and then we were brought in to clear Neverland and take the stuff to auction.
Right.
So yeah, we're focusing on that.
It's like a, what do they call a yard sale, is it? A little bit?
If you or I, it would be a car boot sale or a yard sale, absolutely. But then you add in the Jacko factor, and then it becomes something glamorous. We produce a fantastic catalogue, which in a sense is a historical document, because Neverland is gone. It's now called Sycamore Estates. Right. So people that have an opportunity to own this catalogue is amazing, and we've had a lot of interest in Ireland, and a lot of orders, and people in Carlow and Athlone and Donegal and all around the country are people,
I mean, that was the thing I was wondering about. I know you're an Irishman, but why? I mean, it's you're showing it at the moment in Newbridge, isn't that right? In the Newbridge Museum.
Yes, our friends, the Newbridge Museum of Style Icons. Because, well, first of all, we could have gone anywhere with this exhibition. We've got invites all over, but we started here in Ireland as the European destination. It's the Museum of Style Icons. Michael Jackson, I mean, a brilliant performer, lyrics, his dancing, everything is brilliant about him, and his fashion sense. I mean, he truly has, look at the gloves.
I know, we've got the gloves in studio here as well.
I mean, so that's why we felt great place to start, and we've got world media attention. And so it's fantastic for Ireland. It's the feel-good factor. People are flying in from all over Europe. The airport, up and down, taxi drivers bringing people in. There's lines of people coming to see it. It's free, open to the public until March 21st, and so chance in a lifetime.
And then if people see things that they want to bid on, can you bid from another country? Can you bid online? Can you do all that kind of business?
That was one of the reasons we were hired to do the auction, because we do enable people all over the world to bid from the comfort of their own home. They can watch the auction on their computers, and they can bid, register to bid, juliensauctions.com, and yes, already people are bidding. Okay,
so it's Juliens, Julien, because a lot of people spell it with Julien, and juliensauctions.com.
Juliens with an S and auctions with an S.
Okay, Juliens with an S. Okay, so check it out.com. And because I mean, there's everything. Like there's kettles, there's espresso machines, there's paintings, gates of Neverland.
Gates of Neverland, yes.
Brooches, signs, kind of welcome signs, cars, all kinds of stuff. Have you got any idea like how much money is going to be raised? Is there an estimate as to?
There is. We estimated between $1.5 and $3 million. Now that's if you or I own the property. That's based upon the intrinsic value.
Okay.
It doesn't include what
the fact that it's Michael Jackson,
Jacko factor, exactly, which the public auction will decide that.
Okay. Well, listen, we're just going to take a quick break, and then after that, we're going to take a look at some of the items in there as well.
Fantastic.
And these will be up on our website later on. Walter Martin, the personal property of Michael Jackson. It's been auctioned by Juliens Auctions. Check them out on juliensauctions.com. And that special preview is on at the moment in Newbridge Silverware Museum of Style Icons, which is in the visitor centre there in Newbridge in County Kildare. Well worth checking out. It's all free as well to go there. You're going to be able to bid online. Martin Nolan is with us from Juliens Auctions, and there's still a big interest in Jacko as well, because I mean, I believe 350,000 people have registered to buy tickets for this comeback concert that he's talking about. So I mean,
actually, it's up to 1 million people.
Is it
have
really?
registered.
Yeah.
Yes.
So I mean, like, there's still definitely an interest. interest in
and
the
we've
guy.
seen that since we announced the auction in December, like the amount all over the world. And no matter where you are in the world, you've heard about this Jackson auction, and there's been huge interest. So yeah, he has a very loyal fan base.
Okay, and I mean, that would be, when I heard, first of all, that there was a little bit of a dispute, I said to myself, okay, he's announced these comeback concerts, now he doesn't really need the cash anymore. And so, I mean, that could be one of the theories that would be out there.
Absolutely.
The whole thing, you know. But anyway, hopefully it all goes well. Now, the other thing I noticed actually when I was looking through the catalogue was, there are items there that have kind of reserves of very low amounts of money, like, you know, $80 or $50 or whatever.
A wooden butter churn or a beer mug.
You know what I mean? So, like, everybody can get a bit of Michael Jackson's life
that's
or whatever,
what
you know.
Michael wanted.
History,
he wanted it to be a sale where there would be something for everyone, because he does want stuff. He did want the fans to have an opportunity to own something that, you know, they may not be able to afford the most expensive items, but I mean, we have items from $20 to a bronze statue that's $150,000 to $250,000.
Right, I know.
Limousines, tour bus, motorcycle.
I attempted to get the Victory tour jacket on there, but unfortunately it wouldn't go near me because Michael would be slighter. But Joanna Hill has got it on, and it looks fantastic. Is that belt part of it?
Yes, on the arm.
No, the belt that she's wearing, that's just your own belt, is it? It goes really well with it,
As seen on radio for the first time, a world exclusive.
So that's the tour jacket from Victory, and you've also got the fedora hat.
That's a dangerous tour jacket.
Okay.
Yeah.
And what kind of money would you say that would be?
In Ireland, actually.
He would have.
Yes.
Oh, right, okay, yeah. And what kind of money would you say that would be going?
The jacket is 2,000 to 4,000. The glove, she's wearing the signature Billie Jean,
that is the glove.
10 to 15,000.
Oh my God!
And then of course this fedora hat, again a signature from Billie Jean, and we have that at 1,000 to 1,500.
Right, and there are other gloves as well. These are less valuable, but this was
again just
kind of
amazing
orangey kind of ones.
Swarovski crystal with mirrored beads, and you know there's a blue one, there's an orange one, there's a red one, there's a yellow one. Actually, Michael had 8 of them in his collection. 2 of them are in the Grammy Museum in Los Angeles, and 6 of them are here in the Museum of Style Icons in Newbridge. So, you know, it's what people in Ireland have an opportunity to see. This collection will never be assembled together again, ever. This is once in a lifetime. So really we are urging people to come down and see it.
Okay, and there is a portion of the proceeds benefiting Music Cares, which is a registered charity in the USA as well. Personal property of Michael Jackson, LA, 22nd to 25th, and it's beside the Beverly Hilton Hotel.
Exactly, right. You almost touched the Beverly Hilton, because the Hilton couldn't accommodate it because it's such a huge exhibit. We're doing a museum-style exhibit where we're setting up the gates of Neverland, so when the fans come in and the people come to view, they'll walk through the gates as if they're coming to Neverland.
Wow.
That's what we're trying to recreate.
How much do you think the gates will go for?
Well, the gates we have estimated 20 to 30,000.
Right.
I mean, the most very recognisable. We've had huge interest from Italy and from Australia for the gates.
For the gates.
Yeah, so obviously some very big villas and stuff like that.
And they've got Neverland written on them, haven't they?
I mean, they're very ornate with all gold gilding, and then there's actually a three-dimensional sort of crown on the top. Going back to Michael Jackson, the King of Pop.
Oh yeah, and the crown. Sorry, there's the other thing there. This was the crown that was on the cover of Dangerous, was it? Or
well, no. This is not. Of course, that's where there was a crown on the cover of Dangerous, and we have a portrait by Norman Oak of Michael holding the crown.
Okay.
But this is not the actual crown. But this was in Michael's own private collection.
Right.
It's a bejeweled, really heavy with ermine on a red cushion.
Now, he didn't wear that on stage, I think. It's too heavy.
It's too heavy.
Knock your head off.
MJJ, Michael Joseph Jackson, in at the top of it. And there's a red cloak as well, also in Newbridge, that would go along with this.
Okay, any pop historians, fans of Michael Jackson, check it out on juliensauctions.com, or the best thing to do even is to put in Michael Jackson auction on a Google search and you will get there eventually.
Absolutely.
Martin Nolan, pleasure seeing you again. Can't wait for the next visit. It's always fascinating.
And we have great stuff coming up.
All right, cheers. Good luck. Thanks a million.